My name's King Garuda. I'm a professional wrestler from Mexico. Now I reside in Noonan, Georgia. Trained at the WWA 4. I started about 4 years ago.
Welcome back to the WWA 4. Great action here between Austin Towers and King Garuda.
When I was 11 years old, I had this crazy dream of becoming a pro wrestler. So being a kid, you get inspired, and so I started to design what it would be, my gear, tights, the boots, and of course the masks. The mask is the most important thing about a luchador, which in my case, because it represents what you are. In my case, I wanted to be a high flyer, a lucha guy. So I did some research, and I found out about Garuda, which is a god in Hinduism. He's the god of birth and heaven. He has the head of an eagle and the body of a human. I attended this local wrestling show. I was 24 years old at the time. Afterwards, I was able to meet some of the wrestlers backstage because I knew the promoter. And while I was talking to them, and out of curiosity, I decided to ask them, hey, what do you think? Do you think it's too late for me to start training? And they all say no, that I could still do it, that I was still young for it. That gave me hope. This promoter, he got in contact with AR Fox in Atlanta at the WWA 4, and about a week or so, I got a call from Fox telling me that that we had a mutual friend, that he had told him about me, that I wanted to start training for wrestling. So he invited me to come over and see what it's all about. So I did. I showed up at the school. I saw the other students, running the drills, doing the exercises, and that was it. That was it for me. Like, that's when I felt like I want to do this. Like that changed my life.
I've been coaching King Garuda maybe about 2 years. And when I train with my students, I don't have them in there with each other. I do a lot of stuff with them hands-on. So I just try to lead by example. So instead of just sitting there when I can and just direct them, I'd try to be a leader as opposed to a boss.
It's very difficult to have a social life when you have to train, work out, and on top, a family, your personal stuff. A few years ago, during the match at the WWA 4, I fractured my arm. I was out for almost 7 months or so. You suck being in the cast, and not being able to wrestle or train with the other guys.
Whatever would keep him away from training, because the business always changes and evolves. So something we might have done a couple months ago might not be as up to date or acceptable, or some things change very quickly.
I chose lucha libre because as a Mexican myself, I feel like it represents me, like my culture, my people, who I am, right? And I also feel like lucha libre is a very unique style of wrestling. So especially here in the States, I feel like it will make me stand out from the rest. I try to make myself stand out by doing certain moves that people are not familiar with. It can be during training, a technical move, or a high flying move, a dive. And also my gear, I try to have a very colorful gear that will attract the people's attention. Seeing them cheer for you, you know, being loud, having a good time, laughing. You know, of course, interacting with them too, taking pictures with them. When they ask you to sign their stuff, I feel like that's like one of the best feelings ever. My inspirations will have to be Rey Mysterio Jr., Psychosis, Ultimo Dragon, and of course AR Fox, my trainer. This guy, I've never seen someone so passionate about wrestling like this guy before. Like, he breathes wrestling. That's all he lives for.
Yeah, hopefully he just takes that, you know, you just got to keep going and going, and maybe my patience in it, because it's not quick. It could be, you know, but it's a gamble too. So I hope everyone takes my patience, take a little bit of that away with them.
Fly or die signifies my style of wrestling. I have to be brave, and every time I step foot in the ring, you know, I have to try my hardest, especially with a high flying move. You know, I have to make the people like me and wow them at the same time, you know, or die trying.